Ken Murray from Captrix. We brought him on as our project manager, a very seasoned project manager, certainly excellent track record. And we've gone with Micon Halyard combination for engineering and the final steps for the feasibility and, more importantly, the execution plan.
All right, welcome back inside our proactive newsroom. And joining me now is George Bee. He is the CEO of US Gold Corp. And George, it's great to see you again. How are you?
I'm very well. I hope you're enjoying the summer, Steve.
Yes, it's very nice out, of course, and still a time for lots of work to be done. And I know your company's been super busy, you as well. There's a couple of things I want to talk about, but I should also mention we recently highlighted the fact that your company had made a big list, the Russell 3000 and 2000, and this is a real testament to the work that has happened over the past couple of years to get to this point, George.
Well, obviously, Steve, if you look at where we were a year ago to where we are now, we've almost tripled our market capitalization, and going on to the Russell Index just helps improve that visibility to the market in general and the generalist investor. And I think that's a great time for the generalist investor to really understand, the opportunities in gold, copper, and the resource stock in general. Yeah.
Yeah, and that really sort of sends us to where we are today with these announcements that you've made over the last couple of days of really getting to the next phase of work. And I know you've brought in two pretty big names to help with sort of the engineering and feasibility part of things.
Steve, we've kept the company pretty lean and mean. We have done everything to get us to a fully permitted copper gold mine in a safe jurisdiction in southeast Wyoming, and now it's time to grow the team as we start looking towards development. So Ken Murray from Captrix, we brought him on as our project manager, a very seasoned project manager, certainly excellent track record. And we've gone with Micon Halyard combination for engineering and the final steps for the feasibility and, more importantly, the execution plan. So we want to be in the ground next year, early next year, and this is a sort of run up to that. So we've got two really well seasoned groups that have done a lot of work. They're the right size for what we're trying to accomplish, and it's time now that we build our team to move forward to development and into operations.
Yeah, George, I was reading, in fact, combined, they have 762 completed projects and over 1,200 technical reports that they've written. So is most of the work for those technical reports done now? It's more so the work that has to be done on the actual paper itself, or there's still some things they need to do in order to get to that certain step?
Well, look, those are the sort of that's a track record of Micon. Micon have been around for a long time. A Halyard combination brings in some really talented folks on the development of the concentrators and the kind of processing plant that we're going to put in place. So the Micon Halyard combination really brings a lot of depth to what we hope to do. And then at a time when you're looking to control costs, we are seeing inflation. We want a very solid execution plan so that we come in on time and on budget and deliver the CK project as we intend.
Yeah. And lastly, George, just to remind everyone a little bit about the CK project itself and just where it lies and the importance of that. But more importantly, because of its jurisdiction, how important it's going to be for the future of really what people are looking for and what you're trying to deliver.
Well, look, when you look at the agenda, the domestic agenda in the United States, having domestically produced copper, domestically produced gold, at a time when we're seeing all sorts of supply interruptions. I was just reading today, blockages on roads affecting deliveries of copper in Peru. The security of our economy in the United States is very important. So having domestic production in Wyoming, Southeast Wyoming, a resource state, a jurisdiction where you know the rules of the game, we see a very sort of low risk avenue to fulfilling the agenda on critical minerals. And hell, it's a great time to be looking at producing copper and gold at a time when we all see uncertainty in the marketplace.
Absolutely. Makes a lot of sense, George. Thanks so much for the update. I know we're going to be talking a lot more. It's a very busy time, as I mentioned, and I appreciate your time as well. Thanks very much.
Thank you, Steve. Good day.
All right. George Bee, the CEO of US Gold Corp.